July 16th, and welcome back. I know you guys missed me. I've been on this new move, new journey, adjusting. If you guys have been following in my stories, if you guys been living under a rock, just catching up to what happened June 18th, my house burned down, my family home. And we are in the process of moving, regrouping, and I have a new home. So we're in the process
That's
of
great.
getting things set. So today, the tour that I gave you guys of the house today with the pictures, that was all me. That was all me putting the decorations and stuff in place. But it's not just my house, it's my brother's house as well too. So I'm happy to go into this venture with a family member. And it's just so beautiful and it's peaceful where it's at. Like my room is the first room in the house. The living room, you guys will see that. I'll be taking you guys a little bit on the tour of
Mhm.
the process of me moving because it's going to be a process. And then we have another show tomorrow. We have more shows lined up for the following weeks of Style by Stevie, but we're not going to give up. It's going to be more to come. So make sure you guys are staying tuned. But enough with me. Let's welcome to the dollhouse Case from season 7 of Bad Boys Club. And I've always been curious to know. I've interviewed one of your brothers, Calvin, here on the show. Justin guest co hosted with me, I want to say back 2020, 2021. It's been so long since
Yeah, it's
I've
been a
caught up with both of them. But I finally have you here in the dollhouse, and welcome to the dollhouse. It is such a pleasure to meet you because I've been trying to get you in the house, but I was just like our schedules have been crazy. They haven't
yeah.
aligned, but we're here now.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you for welcoming me to the dollhouse.
Yes, yes,
Well, it's
yes,
been a
yes. So
long
how
time
has
since I've
20
done this.
since you've done Bad Boys Club season 7? What year was that?
In 2022, and I did another show, like a spin-off show, follow up with that one in 2024. So it's
It's been that
been a
long.
minute. hmm Yeah, it's
And
been a
you're
minute.
still going out here, you're still promoting yourself, you
Yeah.
and Calvin. And you came in the conversation that I had with Calvin. And if you guys, the conversation's up here on my channel, so make sure you guys subscribe, like, and make sure that all your notifications are on so that you can check it out. Now, we addressed the topic when we did that conversation with Calvin. I on the show there was some colorism because I took
Oh,
one look
okay.
at Calvin.
About the
And
him and
that
Steven
was the
situation.
conversation that we had. It was some racism and sexism that he experienced. And I
hmm
wished Quran would have touched on that, but I said, let me step in because I'm a
Right.
chocolate girl. You guys are not the lightest girl in the room, and that's something that I've experienced even hosting this platform. I don't look like the average talk show host. I don't look
Right.
like a Jennifer Hudson, an Oprah, or a Tamron Hall. I'm 5'7", and my features are different.
Right.
So you know, it needs to be talked about. And I wanted to know your opinion on that interview because you came in, you were right there supporting your brother Calvin. What were your thoughts just hearing how he, everything that he's encountered in the house with the other guys, the colorism, the racism, the calling of the N word, because there was some of that on season 7 as well too.
As far as that situation go, so like, okay, like what Steven said was definitely colorist as fuck, and I I know Steven, and I know that he's not that, but when you're angry and mad, you're gonna say whatever. But I felt like when he said that, he was completely and utterly wrong. And the thing is, I feel like this is how I feel when you're doing the show, you don't pay attention to the cameras. So it's like you think you outside saying whatever, you know what I'm saying, when you're mad in the moment, just trying to hurt the other person. And I felt like that's where Steven was at that point, even though he did start that situation off. But I don't think that he's a colorist. I don't think that Steven is racist, but did he make a colorist comment and was he wrong for it? Absolutely. And some people, when it did happen, some people did say like, "How come I didn't say anything?" or anybody else in the room ain't say nothing. I met Steven that day, so it was like, what am I really going to say to him? Even if I did say, "Don't say that," is he really going to give a fuck about what I'm talking about? He probably going to say, "Shut the fuck up, I don't care." Like I'm gonna say whatever I want. So even if I did say something or not, it wasn't going to change the outcome. So it's just like sometimes. In those situations, how I looked at it, you have to let people drown by themselves. You can't, as much as you want to help the next person, you can't help them. So there was no helping Steven in that situation. He was mad. He was going to say whatever, and that's why I made that face. And I looked at him like I was like, wow, like I can't believe he said that. But I understand why he's talking shit. 'Cause he's mad. They just fought. But I just was like, he ain't have to say that. He ain't have to go that route or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that. Like I don't feel like it was right for him to say what he said, but I understand why he was talking in that manner, if that makes sense.
In these type of shows, we're now in a culture where it's Zeus Network, it's the baddies South Africa, the baddies the Dominican Republic, and all of these other shows, and
Right.
the baddies bad boys on Zeus.
Right.
But what I must say is there there are no guardrails on these type of shows. Whatever comes out of your mouth, like even on Jocelyn's Cabaret, some of the women on that show have said outrageous things, and I'm just
Mhm.
like, what? But allow me, someone who has a PhD in colorism and understanding it, the deeper meaning of it, because if you go all the way back, the way Stephen said it, when I think of colorism, I think of slavery. It goes all the way back to slavery, where
And he
someone who is my complexion or
Mhm.
Calvin's complexion or even your complexion case,
Right.
we were told that you got to go outside in the fields. And someone who's about Justin's complexion, because Justin fits the mold of what desirability is. Justin is beautiful. All of y'all are beautiful. And I had a crush on each and every one of you each day. I was like, okay, I got a crush on him. Okay, I got a crush on him. I got a crush on him. But Calvin was the one that drew me in. I'm like, his features are so different. He's
Yeah.
got my skin tone. He's got those beautiful, deep, piercing, almond-shaped eyes that stare to your soul.
Right.
Colorism has been a part of the Black collective for a very long time.
Yeah.
And like I said, lighter skin in the house. Someone who's about Justin's complexion would be considered, the house slaves. Someone who's about my complexion would be in the fields. So colorism stems all the way back to slavery.
Hmm.
So even they would divide us up based off of our complexions, our skin complexions.
Right.
And that is something that is on the scale of what? White supremacy. As we're seeing right now, where this current regime is taking away our rights, stripping us of our rights, not
Hmm.
based off of our skin complexion, but based off of the fact that we are black. They see
Right.
black and they instantly view it as a target. So
Hmm.
when Stephen said that word on the show, that racism, I felt that as well too, and we see it
I
on the
felt it too because that's what I said. That's why I made that face. I was like, damn, like I didn't think like when you're in a situation, me, I think about the whole thing, like how it started and whatever. Even though I wasn't there when it started, when I watched the show, I'm like, this situation is not that deep. You know what I'm saying? This situation is not that deep for you to say what you said to him. And I just felt like Steven didn't like the fact that Calvin was popping it back to him. Like you came to him, said what you said, Calvin said what he said. But the thing is, he didn't say nothing about your skin color, nothing. He was just eating you down about like how you are and stuff like that. I feel like that's a better insult than coming for what how I look or whatever. I'm talking shit about what you're doing,
features. It's called
your character.
cut you off, Case, but you know what that is? That is called featureisms. It's called
Okay.
featureism because Calvin's features, again, he he fits the mold of what beauty is, but his features, like we both, these are all Afrocentric features. If you're looking at both of our faces, Case and mine, I have big lips. I'm known for my lips. Yes, I
Right.
overline them. Thank God for an amazing makeup artist as well. And I learned that the overlining of the lip from Janet Jackson and Naomi Campbell and then Tony Braxton. That's where I
Hmm.
learned how to do that. But
Right.
our eyes, our nose, these are African features. You go all the
Exactly.
way back to the motherland, Africa. And who do you see trying to bite off of our culture right now? Someone like a Kardashian, someone like a Jenner. They are out here buying, injecting lip
Pretty
fillers and
much
all of
somebody
these
who's
things.
not
These
black,
are
really.
black
Yeah.
features. And
Exactly.
that's what it is. It's called featureism. And when I had my conversation with Calvin, and I'm gonna let Case go, I said the same thing happened to OG on Basketball Wives. It's no
Yeah.
different.
It was no
What makes
different.
her ugly? Because they kept calling her ugly. What makes her ugly?
What
The
makes
same
her
way
ugly?
Steve made that insult to Calvin. What is it about Calvin? What he didn't insult your skin complexion. Why did you feel the need to go after his skin complexion? There are other
Exactly.
things you can shade someone on. You can shade like, hey, like remember when Monique and Tiffany Haddish got into it? He said, if you had that husband of yours,
Ooh.
well, Monique came back and said this. If you had a husband like mine, you wouldn't have that DUI because Tiffany Haddish did get a DUI. It's all over TMZ, it's everywhere. Those are the type of insults that you throw back at somebody. If someone's not insulting your skin complexion or your features, you shouldn't be insulting them. It's a way to throw shade. And
Yeah, there is
I
ways.
love
There's always ways
yeah.
of doing something. There's always ways of because he was just trying to do that to hurt him. But it was. I just felt like when me and Calvin had the conversation, it made him mad. It pissed him off, but he wasn't hurt about it. Like it didn't hurt him. I felt like he was doing that to be disrespectful and hurtful, but it was pointless because you wasn't hurting him. He didn't care like what you like. He cared about what you said, but he didn't. You didn't get the reaction that you hoping you was getting from him, and it just didn't happen. He got the reaction out of you. The reaction that you wanted from him, he got from you, and you wanted it the other way around. But no. So I just felt like, yeah, that situation was really it was dumb. It shouldn't have been said. I wish he would have, if he wanted to insult him, I wish he would have said something else. But like I said, you have to let people drown. Like he had to learn from himself what he said was fucked up. Even if he don't feel like what he said was fucked up, it still was. So it don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? People gonna say what they're gonna say. People gonna do what they're gonna do. And I realize a lot of people do not have no remorse doing fucked up things and saying fucked up things to people. And people don't realize that that shit comes back in different ways than they know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to be careful what you say and what you do. 'Cause it will come back to you
There's
always.
repercussions on that.
Yeah, there's
And we
repercussions
see
for
it
that.
on shows. Go ahead, Case. I'm sorry.
No, no, I'm saying like, I'm agreeing with you. Like it's repercussions for all of that. Like you have to be careful what you say. Like I said, you forget the cameras are there. I'm telling you, you do once you're in the moment. But it's like that's how you get caught up. You got to be careful what you say. Like the whole like summer thing with the Emmett Till comment, like that was outrageous, you know. And on the streets, all right, whatever, because people not on the streets ain't nobody going to try to correct you. But when you're on TV, you're going to get corrected because you're around a lot of different people. On the streets, it's the streets. It is what it is. But on TV, if you're trying to do something for yourself, you're trying to put yourself on a high pedestal, you cannot say whatever the fuck you want to say at all saying, "Oh, you look like Emmett Till," and then have the nerve to say that you don't even know who that is. If you don't even know who that is, why would you even say it? Like, are you
And
crazy?
that comment right there also kind of made me like, wait, what? This is a black man who was unalived for something that he did not do.
He even
And we are
do.
seeing, we are living right now in a time where ICE can literally unalive you based off of your skin color, and there's
Hmm.
no repercussion or accountability. And even during that time, I think it was George Floyd that was going on. You said 2024. The protests were still going on during
Yeah,
that time. And we
yeah,
are
yeah. It
still,
was.
right now, racism is at its tipping point, it's at its boiling point.
Yeah,
And
it is.
you cannot just go out here, like Kay said, and go out here and make these type of comments, especially when the viewership, the majority is black viewership. They're going to take that and say, oh, well, whoa, why this?
Yeah, like
Why
why would you say that?
this? I thought it was unnecessary. It was not needed at all. And at
It
a
was
time
nasty.
where George Floyd, we all seen the video, all of the marches, all of the unrest was going on during that time.
Exactly.
And we're still fighting for our lives as black people in this country, and not only just as black people, but as queer people. We're still fighting for our lives.
Mhm. Yeah, we
So
are.
that Emmett Till comment was just like, I was like,
It was.
no,
It was. It
that's not
was
it.
distasteful. It was very distasteful. It was very nasty. And like I said, she was trolling, trying to hurt somebody. But it's just like from a female like Summer, you can't even take that female seriously because she don't take herself seriously. So it's like you just want to. That's the type of person you just want to watch your mouth. Like why she don't learn because like she said she lost her parents when she was like 14, 15 years old. She don't have no guidance, and she's looking for guidance from people who don't have good intentions. And I don't know how her lifestyle was, but you can tell it didn't come from somewhere great because look how she acts, and she's 30 years old now, and you're in a new decade of life, and this is you're still continuing how you acted when you was 14, 15, 20 years old. You're in your 30s and you still condone what you do. There's no growth there. And that's the type of person she has to learn a real hard lesson. Something has to happen to her for her to understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate that people don't learn from what people like just talking through action. That's how people learn through action. You can't talk to nobody nowadays. People don't listen at all.
And this is why we have to have these type of conversations where it's about educating the masses on topics like colorism, like racism, like violence. But speaking of growing up, tell us who was Case, what was Case like growing up as a child? I'm gonna get all up in your business today, Mr. Case. I'm like, okay, I want to know more about him. So tell us what was your upbringing like? Because you touched on some of that on the show about how it was for you, have literally being in survival mode. My God. Just have a second, but wanted to say hello and sub. Thank you, Demi. Thank you, baby. Welcome, welcome. Mama welcomes you to the dollhouse. I'm Miss Stevie. It's such a pleasure to meet you. We are here with Case from Bad Boys Club season 7, and we are just getting into his story. So tell us a little bit about your upbringing, because you covered it on the show about how you had to be in survival mode, not just you, but Justin as well as Calvin, growing up in the ballroom scene. He's still in the ballroom scene and doing other things among that. And your zodiac sign. Tell us a little bit about your story, Case.
My story, I never grew up in ballroom or anything like that, so that was very new for me when I was friends with Justin, because Justin, I mean not Justin, Calvin, because Calvin is in ballroom and stuff like that, and I still have not been to a ball at all, and I would want to go one day just to get the experience. But me growing up, I was more like one of the boys. Like I was outside. I was an outside kid, so I was always outside playing manhunt, playing basketball, playing football. So I was always outside doing stuff like that. And my little brother, he was always in the house. He was playing games and stuff like that. So, hello, how y'all doing? What's going on? So for me, like when I came out as being gay to my mom when I was like 16 years old, I didn't know how that was going to go. Only because during that time period she was unhappy and she was mean a lot, but it was because of the person she was with. So when all that was coming out, I didn't know how it was going to go. But when I told my mother, she said, "So I don't care." I was like, "Oh, okay." So it was normal for me. But when I told my father, he told me when we're like I was visiting him because I don't live with my dad. I never, I stayed with him for like a summer for like 2 weeks, not even, but I've seen him throughout my life. But when I first told him when I was, 16 years old, he told me that he didn't like it, but he loved me anyway. I said, okay. But in my thought process, like to me, like, 'cause since I don't see him like that, it was like I really wouldn't give a fuck if you liked it or not. That was my thought process. But I was like, I'm not going to say that because he still gave me love after, and still to this day, even though we don't speak, he still showed me love and stuff like that. So it was just like, and when I did the show, he was supportive. All my older brothers, they were supportive. My little brother, he was supportive. So they loved it. They didn't not think that somebody from the family was going to make it on TV or whatever the case may be, but I made it. So it wasn't really bad. Obviously, I was bullied growing up. People was telling me that, "Oh, you gay this, gay that," and I'm like, I'm really not. Like, I don't know what y'all talking about. Coming to find out, they were right about it, but it was just more so like, if I don't know that myself, how I'm going to listen to you? I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? So I used to fight a lot when growing up, but when I got in like high school, I didn't really fight. It was really middle school. Like kids are fucking disgusting, even now. Like it's bad. So it's just like I know our mentality is not there yet, but once we grow older and see how life really works, we gonna humble the fuck up. So I feel like I humbled up real quick. Like my mom let me have my freedom when I was 17. So I was out drinking with my friends, smoking, doing all that. So I feel like now that I'm 27 years old now, I'm kind of over that. And now that I see like how my life is transpiring since I did this show, I'm like, yeah, like isn't I don't have the desire to want to do these shows and act how I acted, even though I don't feel like I acted bad on season 7, but I felt like I don't have to surround myself by I shouldn't have to surround myself with something that's beneath me. You feel me? I felt like a lot of that was ignorant, hateful, and we don't know a lot of shit yet. I was only 23 when I did the show. Everybody we was young. You know what I'm saying? So it's like growing up, being as mature as I am, is like this don't set me off, but this would. You know what I'm saying? Like me saying it was a K show. Like if anybody else would have said that, said it's a show, that wouldn't bother me. And it just baffled my mind when it bothered them. Like I just didn't understand that type of behavior, and I wanted to understand them, but once I realized that it was just pure ignorance and just hate, I was like, oh, then I'm just gonna taunt y'all now. At this point, I'm gonna keep saying it because it's dumb. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like me growing up and how my mom raised us. She said like, don't let nobody disrespect y'all. Always have confidence and stand up for yourself. And I think I showed that the moment I stepped on that show, and I think that's why they were mad about it because I felt like my personality outshined them. So it was just like, oh, like this nigga think he all that. You think you running shit? It's like, no, this is just my personality. I'm just when I'm drinking, when I'm sober, I'm chill. But when I'm drinking, like my personality come out. I'm fun. I'm giving people compliments. I'm that. You feel me? And they wasn't feeling that, so it was a big problem throughout half of the season, and then the other half they just didn't want to fight or act. Well, tell me to my face they wanted to fight. So it was a smooth sailing for there from there.
What was one moment? Because you said 27, I'm a little bit older. I'm gonna give away my age. I'm 32, so I'm old enough to be Case's aunt.
Don't look like it.
Have
Look
by a
younger.
little bit. But my God, what was one moment that helped shape you? That people, us, the viewers of Bad Boys and other shows and then you guys did the reunion show as well too. What was that one moment that helped shape who you are,
Like during the show or just life in general.
just in life in general?
What shaped me was when I left home. So I when I left home in 2018 and moved back to Jersey, I was living in Georgia for 3 years and with my mom and her situation with her ex-husband. I had to leave
Wow.
home. We he didn't like me, I didn't like him, and my mom was tired of him, but she was, I don't know what her thought process was at the time, but it seemed like it was like team him, and then when she got tired of him, it was just more so like whatever, he's just here. It's like no, I'm not. I'm 19 years old now. I don't. She's not in charge of me anymore. She can't tell me what to do now. So it's like I'm out of here. So I left. So once I got that reality check, saying like I always felt like I had to be like a survival mode a lot because my mom taught me that how to hustle and shit like that. But it was more so like that moment right there when me and him got into it. I was like, yeah, there's never going to be no peace in this home, and it's time for me to bounce anyway. So I bounced, and I've been on my own ever since. So I feel like that shaped me and it humbled me a little bit because now I'm like I'm forcing myself to. I technically didn't have to like get places like get apartments and stuff because I had my grandparents at the time there, but I felt like no, I'm gonna force myself to do this because who else is gonna do it for me? So when all that was going on, I'm just like now it's time for me to be an adult. Like I gotta get out of here. Like I'm not about to be somewhere I don't wherever I'm laying my head at. That's why I should have peace. If I don't have peace, it's a problem. So I felt like it was a problem. So I had to leave. So that's what humbled me.
And and to your testament, Case, to any of us in the queer community, we've all had these experiences And I've been transparent about that as well too on the show about how me and my father don't have the best relationship. Mine's just a little bit different though because my father is a Marine vet, and y'all know how
Mm,
some Marine vets are. Everything
right.
has to be structured. Everything
Everything has
has
to
to
be
be in order,
structured. Yeah.
had to be done. Now that I have me and my brother have a house together, it's just like you proved him wrong, and I continue to keep proving him wrong every single time.
Of
My
course. That's what
brother,
you gotta do.
my younger brother said, when I turn 18, I'm leaving. And just so that he did, he went into the army and proved my father wrong and got his own place. That's where my mom and my dad are at now at my younger brother's place, but I'm with my older brother and we'll be moving in together in this new house. But
Hmm.
I've always been the type to prove my father wrong because he just doesn't get it. As it pertains to us in the queer community, these stories are no stranger to anyone because we've all encountered them where you have that one parent in the household who just does not want to accept it. They'll be like, okay, I love you, but I can't accept this because of my Christian values. Whoop de whoop de whoop. I don't know if you guys watch Kason and Amari. Shout outs to them here on YouTube.
You
Love
spell
their
what?
YouTube channel.
You spell
Kason
who?
and Amari.
Oh
Um,
wow.
Kason
That's
is
my
the
name.
athlete. Yes. If you see Kason, you'll know
That's my
him. He
real
is the
name.
track. Yes. My God.
That's my real
Really?
name. Hmm.
Oh, yes, but his is spelled with Kes. I don't know how you spell yours. Oh my God.
Kaysan. Yeah.
Yeah, he spells
Hmm.
his with a Ke. It's Kason and
Yeah.
Amari. Amari, who's Kason's boyfriend, opened up about, it was the 4th of July, and his parents are very spiritual by the book. And that's for all of us in the queer community. We know how some people's parents will not accept them because of their Christian values. My
Hmm.
father, that was a different case because of how he was brought up. My father was raised in New York. And so there were queer people who existed there in a place called Greenwich Village. Like he was in the late 70s, coming into the 80s. And
Hmm.
he's been exposed to it. Yes, through working in the garment district and things. But now that I'm 32, I must say that I now have this sense of freedom as a proud, openly black transgender woman. For those of you who don't know, who've been living under a rock, because I've never worn it on my sleeve. I don't really talk about it, but now I feel safe enough, and that's because of my
Hmm.
safety why I don't reveal it. But I let people
Exactly.
speculate and think what they think. But yes, I shocked one of my guests when I revealed that to him. He was like, "No, you can't." And I was like, "Yeah." I went in the store, no makeup in case I had my braids out. I had the Cleo set it off braids and everything going on, y'all. Chef style, y'all. Yes, I wasn't looking like this, like a doll, but I had on parts. I just got through running and exercising. I've been on a health kick, as you guys can see. But he walked up to me and he said, "Hey, young lady." I said, "Oh, okay. I must be doing something right. I'm not, Miss Stevie in this moment.
Right.
Not glammed up like a Barbie
Right.
doll." But
Right.
that's the thing. People accept it. And I'm in the red state of South Carolina, so y'all remember that. People are often prone to their own prejudice. So I say that to say this. Case's story is my story and so many others. I want you to check out my colleague, too, Case. His name is Bubs the God. And he talks about this a lot on his channel, where he had to come to terms with who he was growing up, being the only black kid in the theater program, the first black kid in the theater program, and being welcomed by the white kids, where some kids would just not accept that. In the church, growing up in the black church, so that plays a part into it too.
Yeah,
But
it does.
everybody, I
It
say
really
that to
does.
say this, everybody has their own beliefs that it's wrong to be gay, that we can't accept this, we can't welcome this. So you have to do what Case is doing, which is survival. That's the point I wanted to make. That's where I land the plane. It's about
Mhm.
survival. Me and my father bumped heads, but now that he sees that I'm serious, that I mean business, that I'm stepping out, on my own, doing this. This is my journey. So when I say this is the new chapter, if you guys have been following my stories of me giving you a tour of the new home, the new house, that I will be doing the new show where I'll be doing the new episodes of Style by Stevie in my new house. But this is something that I said I'm ready for because I've been staying in the shadows with my parents for too long. Now it's time for me to branch off and spread my wings as a woman, as an adult woman. And
Exactly.
I'm thankful that. I used to hang out in the village. Greenwich Village, yes, that was a place, that was the safe haven for the gay community in the 70s, New York.
Mm,
And
I didn't
we're
know
talking about the rise of the AIDS epidemic. That's the era that my father was brought up in. So his way of thinking is no different than Case's mom's ex-husband thinking, which is, I can like you, but I just can't accept that, And I have a brother who's gay as well too. I have a cousin who's gay. So it's just like if you have other family members, you can't abandon your only child because my father cut my umbilical cord. And just because I grew up with four brothers, two sisters. Everybody has their own different personality. Growing up with a lot of siblings, you're balancing out a lot of different personalities. You got to handle each child differently. And my
that.
mom and my grandmother, may she rest in grace, his mother, she passed away in 1996. She told
Yeah.
him, "You make sure you treat this child special. There's something special about this child." And other family members, cousins of mine have been telling him that as well too, that this child is going places. So they already predicted what it would be. And they welcome me, they love me, they accept me. My aunt, this is not my house, y'all. Just to be clear, this is my aunt's house. And she's letting me do two more shows here, but for the other shows, I will be doing the shows in my new house. So yes, we will be back for season 22, 23, and more and beyond. There will be more collaborations. So I will be bringing Case back on the show once we're settled in the new house. I will be bringing Calvin back also. Me and Calvin have tried to set thing, but we just can't get on the same page. He's wrestling, he's doing his thing and hustling, and we'll get into what Case is doing as well too. But I say that to say this. This is what queer children have to go to within our community, which is survival. If not that, when your family pushes you out, you're having to go to the ballroom. And the ballroom is where you build a family. It's based off of family. My girl, Fairy Puss, Star, who I just did an interview with, that was way before the fire happened, who came on there.
Mm,
She's known in the ballroom scene. So you guys know her. You know her, and she talks a lot about that on her channel. So y'all make sure y'all go and subscribe to Fairy Puss, my girl Bree Star. She's also good with two of my other good girlfriends. One I'm hoping to meet, and that's T.S. Madison, and the other is Hope Giselle, who I've had the pleasure
yeah,
of
I would
having
love to
on my
meet
show.
T.S. Madison too. I would love to meet
Yes,
her.
I've had Craig on the show. I've had Chi Chi on the show, but Madison, that's one that will probably manifest in the future. But she says she's
Yeah.
gonna put a word out there. So Bree didn't let me down, so I'm waiting on it. But
Nice.
I'm happy to be an acquaintance with these women. I'm happy, again, I formed my relationships with each and every one of them. The same way I have my relationship with Case, the same way I have my relationship with Calvin and with Justin. It's just fun. And that's what it is. That's what we have to do within our community, in the queer community,
Yeah.
which is form family, build bonds. Because if our own parents are not going to accept us, Taraji P. Henson, she literally posted something about the young man who lost his life in Mississippi, Nolan Wells, and everyone is
Yeah.
talking about that. She says, "We all we got." So in the queer community, ballroom, family, us, each other is literally all we have. So it's about survival.
Yeah.
And speaking of not only just survival, you said your mom taught you how to hustle as well too. What is your personal definition of success, Case? How would you define it? Because you're not only one of the stars. You baby, you led Bad Boys Club season 7. You carried that. When you were fighting, I was just giggling and stuff. I'm like, damn, he hadn't stopped. It made me think about Jonathan on Bad Boys Club on Zeus because he literally fought Homeboy and dragged him across the floor. But you, every minute you thought about it, you just like, I want to fight. I'm gonna jump right up and fight. And I just could
Yeah.
not stop laughing. I could not contain myself. I thought it was wrong. And hopefully nobody got injured. There were some injuries on the show, of course, but I'm just like, hey,
The only thing
it's
that
it's
got
like
injured was my hands. That was it. That was it.
I remember that. But hustling, the mentality to hustle. You took your persona from Bad Boys Club season 7 and went from there on. You're hosting, you're doing other things outside of that. What is your personal definition of success? Shout outs to my brother K Tooks. I love you, brother.
I think my definition of success is just keep going because I feel like success doesn't really have a rest stop. Keep going. I feel like you can only stop when you are gone. Keep going. If this is not, if you feel like this big ass mansion, this $1 million mansion is not enough for you, find something else. Like even like, because I think of little things too. Like even a small little house for yourself. That's success. And if you feel like that's not enough for you, keep going. That's just how I look at it. Like just keep going. Don't stop. Like I've had a lot of things happen since the show has like since I've done the show, and it has not stopped me from keep doing what I need to do for myself. You know what I'm saying? So like just keep going. That's just how I look at it. Like because like when I feel like when you're working at it, you feel good. That's how I feel like when you I don't know if you know this, but like when you like doing your shows right now, I know you feel good doing it. It feels amazing. It feels great. If you like that feeling, keep going. It's an adrenaline rush. Like that's how I look at it. That's my definition of it. Like just keep going, don't stop. Like because I just feel like there's so many things to life, and like so like we be like all of us is dying this, dying that, like you know what I'm saying? Like keep going because you don't want that feeling to be done. Even when you are on your deathbed, just reminiscing on life, like I did a lot of things I wanted to fucking do.
Yes.
I did a lot of things that I wanted to do and I did them. It was hard, but I did them. That's what I'm doing right now. So I just feel like that's my definition. Even though I'm not where I want to be in life, does not mean that I'm not going to get there. And that doesn't mean that I'm not going to have that feeling. Like I've been crying. I've been doing. Like I've cried a lot in my adult years, and I'm not a crier. And you just go through the motions. I'm an emotional person. I realize I'm an emotional person now because like back then, I didn't really give a fuck. Cause that's because I didn't have knowledge. Now that I have knowledge, like I'm starting to feel the motions, and I just feel like once I like start hustling, I'm like, I like this. This feels good, and I'm going to keep going. So yeah, that's my definition. This is not the end at all.
And I see so much more for you, not just for you, but for your brothers, Calvin and Justin as well too.
Yeah,
What
they're
I
doing
love is that
amazing.
y'all are all doing amazing. Ever since the show ended, and that was 2024. So to see where you guys are at now, it just goes to show that longevity. And that was going to be another question that I was going to ask you, but you beat me to it. You must have read in my mind
Cause
because
that's
I was going
because
to
that's
ask you
really
that.
what it is longevity.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. Success and I feel like they're neck and neck. So yeah.
Yeah, which is what's something that you want to be remembered for. And when do you most likely feel like you're living? When do you feel like you're living the most?
Feel like I'm living. I mean, right now, like, if that makes sense. Like, I can't remember the time I felt like, oh my God, I'm so alive. Like, I really felt like when I did the show, that's when I felt like that. Whenever I get randomly chosen to do something out of my element, that's when I feel like I'm living. Because when I'm just living my regular life, I'm like, yeah, I'm living, like I'm having the best time. But like, say if like you got picked, like you getting picked out of millions of people to do something out of your element, I feel like that's alive. Doing something out of your element feels like you're living. Like this is this big ass mountain in somewhere in Jersey. It's called Stairs to Heaven. We walked that whole entire mountain. This was like, I would say a year or two after I did season 7. I felt amazing looking at everything. Like I'm a nature boy, so I love it. Like looking at everything. I just felt like something that I probably wouldn't have done just thinking about getting out of bed. Oh, I want to go to a big ass mountain and hike it. Like things like that. Like I like things like that. I'm a person who believes in the little things. I feel like the little things make things big. Like people just think about the big picture. I'm like, think about the little shit. Like getting out of bed. It may be major, but it's little shit. You know what I'm saying? That what makes me feel really alive. So it's like I just motivate myself every day just to do something I probably normally wouldn't do.
And that's that hustle mentality
Yeah.
that Going back to what you said about going to that mountain, that was going to be another question. It's hard for we just recently passed Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and in case you're a black man, uh, for you, what does peace look like to you, and what is your safe space? What is your space? Because I know a lot of black men, and not just black men in general, but us in the black collective, we don't talk enough about protecting our peace. What does that look like for you? Now that you're on your new, as well as myself as well too. Each and every one of
Um,
us, we are going through a new chapter in our life.
I
What does
think,
peace look like to you as a
yeah,
black
go
man?
ahead. For me, I think protecting my peace is where I reside. I feel
Mm.
like your home is your peace. Because outside that door is nothing but chaos. And if you can find peace in that chaos, that's excellent. But when you're home in your own element, even if you're in a family house, somewhere that you're safe at, I feel like that's my peace. Because like I said, I've been on my own since 2018, and it was hard for me to find peace. I mean, it's still hard to find peace here and there sometimes, but it's not impossible. So I find my peace even when I'm tired of being around so many damn people. I still find my motherfucking peace, and I feel like you find your peace where you call home, wherever your home is. That's where your peace is. Even if you're by yourself in your home, that is your motherfucking peace. Period. So I feel like whatever you make home is your peace. So if I'm with Calvin and Justin right now, they're my home. That's my peace. I don't give a fuck if we outside. I know that I'm safe because I have someone around me that I know that wouldn't let nothing happen to me. So if you're around somebody like that, even if you're that to yourself, that's peace. So yeah, like whatever you find home at is your peace. And right now where I'm at, I'm peaced out. I'm very peaceful right now. Like I feel really good. Just even talking about it feels peaceful. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like I'm not like you said, not a lot of black men talk about these things. Like, yeah, you have to talk about your peace. You have to. You have to either talk about it or even if you don't want to talk about it, be about it. Show other black men I'm peace. I don't give a fuck what this man's talking about. I don't care who's doing what, who got more watches than. I don't care. What I got is what I got, and I'm peaceful with it. That's why I feel like when I say small things, like the small things matter. I'm in this apartment. I feel great. It's small, but it's for me. You feel me? So it's just like I want everybody to know small accomplishments can bring you peace. You don't have to be a billionaire, a millionaire. Just me helping somebody, giving somebody advice for something that they asked me for, and they actually followed it. That gave me peace. Even if they didn't follow it, they still asked, and I gave them great advice. Even if I don't follow that advice, I will want someone to do better than what I'm doing. So that gives me peace. If you had a problem, you came to me about it, even if I didn't have all the answers. At least I'm giving you some type of comfort and feedback. That's me giving peace, or me just being your ear. That's me being peaceful with it, and hopefully that I'm carrying that care and love, and you see it, and hopefully you carry that on as well. That's what I want people to do. But I feel like nowadays with this, even though I watch it all the time, the Zeus network and shit like that, like I feel like it shows nothing but hate, and it's crazy because it's like we getting fractured here, eye gouge here. It's never that serious. Just to give someone entertainment. Like, look at the Housewives of Atlanta. They don't physically fight, and it's so successful because these women are smart. They know how to use their words, and they don't let their emotions like outrun them. I'm not perfect, and I know sometimes I let my emotions like take its course, but I feel like the reason why I'm not as emotional as I should be is because I have not acted on the things that I really want to do. Say if I wanted to actually hit somebody, if I didn't act on it, that's me controlling. I can feel how I want to, but if I didn't do it, it's not even to be thankful I didn't do it. It's because I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me. Because at the end of the day, even if I hurt you, I'm still gonna be hurt at the end of the day. So it's like I'd rather we just spread love. I just feel like it's too much black on black crime going on with this negative shit. Like there's no positive shit. And even when you give somebody positivity, they in their mind they be like, oh, that's fake. How's that fake? And that's how you know you like black people in general. We've been around a lot of fake things. We've been around. We're in a country where it's supposed to bring us down. So when we get love, we don't know if it's real or not, and that's so sad. And I realized that, and I've been around that. But people that I've been around, like Calvin, has never done that to me. Justin has never done that to me. My two other friends have never done that to me. And my mother has never done that to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, even if you have that one person, I just feel like spread love. Just keep spreading love, please. Because like we have too much hate going on. Like too much. Like we killing another country just to have peace. Like I just feel like that's insane. It's really insane. And I just feel like it's not enough love going around at all. And I'm not talking about hunching, 'cause a lot of these gay niggas love to hunch each other. No, that's not love. We talking about real love. Support. There's not enough support out here in the community, and that's the problem. Everybody's selfish.
Now y'all see why I'm almost like to fall out this damn chair because of what Kace said. Um, I was not expecting him to bring that up about the war with other country, but we'll be getting into that tomorrow with Andre Hollins. But everything he said in the audience is agreeing with you. Hey, Spicy. Hey, girl. And thank you for the love. She says that's a word case. And Chef Scott, my other girl, says exactly. Uh, we shouldn't even to Case's point, we shouldn't even be at war with another country that wasn't bothering us in the first place because it's costing us $1 billion a day every time he does something. And tonight is his. I'm not even gonna watch it. Well, I'll see some of the highlights and tune in tomorrow to see my reaction in the morning walks. If y'all check me out 7 a.m., that's when I really tear Donald Trump up. I do not
Right.
like this. But we're not gonna focus on Orange Piggy.
Yeah.
That's my
That
nickname
was
for
just an
him.
example. Like I'm just showing that as an example.
But it's
Like
the truth
I felt
though.
like
What you said was true.
people, yeah, I just felt like y'all, like a conversation could have been had, but it's like people not trying to see eye to eye. So it's like the fact that you didn't, you because you guys can't see eye to eye, destruction was which I chose, was the concluding outcome. And I just felt like that's just bad. That's just wrong. Like children, people homes are gone because people are not agreeing with each other. And that's a cost of somebody else's life that has nothing to do with them at all. So I just feel like there's too much hate going on right now. Like for real.
It's the truth, and that's the truth though, because the world right now, currently as it stands, and even in our community, there's some division. And as you've mentioned, with even some of the shows like on Zeus Network, it is volatile. It is, it's sad to see each other
Like
tear
these
each other apart
auditions
like
is
some
insane.
savages.
Yeah,
You
these
get
auditions is
injured.
insane. Like one dude said that he got stabbed in the head. Is that serious? It's that serious that you willing to stab somebody just to be on TV, just for us to may not even like you anyway. I didn't. I'm thank God I did not have to do that to do a show. I just sent in the audition tape. What happened to that? Because like, let's talk about it. If we really want to try to do the Bad Girls Club route, Zeus, Natalie, you're doing it the wrong fucking way. That's just how I
And
look
that's
at
what it
it.
is.
Because y'all really doing this based off of Bad Girls Club. And Bad Girls Club was not about fighting. It wasn't. First of all, it was forbidden to fight the first season. When you fought a roommate, you had to go home. And even if you did fight, like not saying that you couldn't fight, but like if you sock somebody or if you give somebody you bite them or like whatever, you got sent home. These people are not getting sent home, and they're getting forced to fight even more, and they're fighting with fucked up hands. Now, what if they have a permanent damage? Are y'all gonna recover that? No. It's like we're puppets. We're puppets to entertainment. Like we're slaves to this shit. Because why is it that I have to fight somebody when I'm unable to fight? And why do I have to fight you to have an opinion? It makes no sense to me.
And my thing is this: at the end of the day, you there's no workers comp. There, if you get injured, that's it. Like Case just
That's
said, if you
it.
get injured, and I've seen people literally at these auditions fight, get people getting put in the bush. I mean, like, I,
Anything.
thank God I work in the industry that I work in is already enough vicious as it is. This, so I'm in the
Exactly.
fashion and beauty world, and it's a lot of competition. I mean, you've got Ralph Lauren, you've got Chanel, you've got Armani, you've got Valentino. So that's the only competition that I want to be fighting when I want to keep my face. I love my face. I
Right.
don't want to go out here and fight on these shows that bad and mess something up. Because if I'm
Right.
not
'Cause it's not
mistaken, on
even that
Justice
serious if you really
Baby,
think about it.
homegirl got a concussion. If I'm not mistaken,
Hmm.
is it worth it?
It's not worth it. Just be entertained. Like that's it's insane. And that's why like they be like, y'all know what show y'all signed up for. No, I know what show I signed up for, but this is not the dynamic that we have to continue to do. You can change the dynamic of the show if you're smart enough. But no, I feel like a lot of people are ignorant as hell. And they feel like, okay, fighting is entertaining, but it's not like like right now. I don't know if you're watching Baddies, but like the whole pressure fighting everybody on the bus. That whole episode was about them fighting on the bus. Why? Bad Girls Club wasn't like that. We had scenes that made sense with the storyline, even if it didn't happen in those accrements, it still made sense. It still made sense. We don't have great storylines anymore. It's just fight, 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 and then we're promoting toxic, toxic masculinity, and like supporting toxic fucking relationships, like Hootie and Landon. I would never want a relationship like that ever. To say I love somebody, we're fighting each other, hitting each other, breaking property, and then posting it on social media and acting like that's cute and laughing about it. There's nothing funny about fighting your significant other, someone that you're supposed to be in love with, and you're destroying property because you guys don't trust each other. If you don't trust each other, don't be together. If you feel like you're not going to do right by this person, don't be with them. But I feel like people will do anything just to say that they have somebody they love. Man, fuck all that. Fuck all that. I'm not about to compromise myself just to say I got somebody. No, no. I'm not going to fight my significant other. Even I know I'm not going to lie, I have done that. I've threatened to hit my significant other, but have I actually done it? No, no. I would never do it because that's how much love I have. That's what I'm saying. I'm not perfect. I'm not. I won't say the best things, but I just feel like if I'm back against the wall and I'm telling someone to stop over and over and they don't listen, that's when I start doing the threats and all that shit. Because I try to talk to you first. I always do that. I always try to talk first. Now it's up to you how you want to handle this conversation. It's up to you how you want to carry yourself about this conversation. Because if I'm coming with you with respect, I'm expecting that back. But if I'm giving you respect and then you're giving me sass and sarcasm and being a smart ass, then this conversation is going to go somewhere else. Now I'm going to give you that energy, but going to give you 10 times more. I've always been like that. I don't know why, but I feel like whatever you do to me, I'm going to do to you, but worse. Just to show you that, yeah, you fucked me over, but I fucked you over even worse. Don't do that to people that's good to you. Someone's good to you and you fuck them over, the best thing to do is to just cut them off. 'Cause they'll miss you. They'll miss the hell out of you. You don't even have to do nothing to them. Leave. That's it. That's enough damage. Just walking away, not giving them the same access that you used to have with them. Cut that shit off completely. They'll come crawling back. Period. Go ahead. What you was about to say?
No, 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 absolutely right. Why stay in a situation where you're unhappy? It's not worth losing your sanity, especially if you've got. I'll give you another example. Another show on Zeus was what? Blueface and Krishan. And
Which one?
we've seen exactly where this cycle has went. It's went nowhere until they separated and they've got their own thing going on. He's doing his thing. He's with other women. She's doing her thing. So shout outs to her for continuing on doing her thing, raising her son, doing what she has to do. Outside of
Right.
this, these people have real lives. They have families. And at the end of the day, do you want to continue to do this? Because I'm not going to be 50 years old on Zeus Network fighting for the rest of my life when I have other things
No.
to do. Find yourself something outside of that. And that's what I love and
Exactly.
admire about
Please
you
do.
and Calvin and Justin is that you didn't make Bad Boys Club your whole entire life. You did the show, yes, but outside of that, you said, okay, let me do another tool of the trade. So if y'all, when I think of y'all, I think of the show Charm School, where it's,
Hmm.
y'all know Charm School, where it's just
Yeah, I
basically like a
love
bunch of
Charm
women
School.
going
That
flavor of
was it
love,
was supposed to be a
yes,
spinoff for Flavor of Love, because that was all
yes.
the Flavor Flav girls.
And these women said, let me go ahead and redo something with my life. Let me do something better outside of that. Let me find another side. Keyword of the day,
Hmm.
which Kay said early in the beginning of our conversation, which is hustle. So you got to have a side hustle, something going on outside of that. So to anybody out there saying, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what's going to be my next move. If I don't do this show, then I'm not going to
And I
get
felt
it.
like that. Like I don't know my next move, but it's gonna come. It's gonna come. You just gotta keep thinking about it and see like which how you're gonna be comfortable. That's really what it is. Like be comfortable with it and actually running with it. And hopefully it's a success. Even because a lot of people have failed a lot of things, but they didn't give up, and then it ended up being something. You know, so it's like don't give up on something that you know that works. Simple. Some people are not going to get it, some people are. But the people that do get it, you keep those people. That's the problem. People don't keep their people. No, you have to keep your people. Keep them. Because those are the ones who are supporting you. The ones who don't get it, fuck them. Simple. It really doesn't get no simpler than that. People make things complicated, but it's really not that complicated.
Cut them off.
Cut them off.
They're like, at the end of the day, they are what I consider energy leeches. They leech on me and my brother K Tukes. We talk about this all the time on the phone. People leech onto you for some sort of reason. Everybody has a hidden motive. And those are the ones that are draining you of your energy. Let them go. I told Calvin this, I think, when we did our conversation. Case was there. I think I said this. I said, I like to create vision boards. And almost everything that I've put into fruition has come full circle for me. One
Hmm.
thing I wasn't expecting on the bingo card was the fire to happen. But sometimes you have to go back to
Yeah,
the drawing
life is
board.
going to give you curveballs. And I feel
Yeah.
like I've been getting a lot of curveballs, but I've been managing how to not get hit by them, you know? But they're always going to keep coming. They're not going to stop. So it's like, you have to figure it out. It's survival mode. You have to figure it out. And it's in this
And
society,
that's
I just hate that as soon as we get grown, things want to get all expensive and shit. But we have to figure it out.
welcome to
That's why
adulthood.
you think these people are doing knocking each other's heads off. Like I get it, but I don't get it. Like I get it. Like you want money, but it's like soon as you get that check, you cannot spend it. You can spend it, but you cannot spend all of it. Do something with it. Flip it. Open a business. Do something. You know what I'm saying? Like even if you're not business savvy, have somebody you can trust that knows something about business. Let them help you. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. You don't always have to do everything on your own. I've learned that. You don't have to do everything on your own. That's why I say keep the people who get it. Who get it, keep them because they're gonna help you get you to where you need to go. And vice
And
versa.
that's
Be the same thing for them as well.
absolutely, and that's that hustle mentality that Case was talking about. And invest. Take your first thing. And my mom, she gets on me about it all the time. make sure that you are saving for a rainy day and putting aside,
Mm,
especially as Case just said, with things being so expensive, inflation, with everything that this orange chaos. 7 a.m.
exactly.
tomorrow. 7 a.m.
Yes,
tomorrow, and,
yes.
and
We're
tomorrow.
gonna wait for that.
Yes,
We're gonna wait for that.
but that's why everything is so expensive now. But you learn as you go. In your young years, when you're in your 20s, like Case is 27, I'm 30. What I've had to learn, and when you turn 30, to any 30 or anybody who's 30 or millennial in the audience, you know what it's like having to adjust. Having to, it's like a light bulb goes off. It's like you've gained a sense of awareness. Like,
Yeah,
wow, this is really real. This is really
yeah.
real. This is really happening to me. This part of my life, I don't want to do this forever. And there have been so many people who've done reality television who've took it and said, hey, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to go outside of that. What's her
Like, look
name
at,
from back?
for example, Hi, my name is T. She did Baddies East, and she's on Beauty and Black. And she, but even though she had motion before that, still she took that. She wasn't big, big. She was on the internet big, and she also was on Wildin' Out for a few, but she wasn't like big. Like nobody was really paying attention. She did Baddies East. We loved her. She couldn't fight, but that's not what she was there for. She was there to entertain us with the jokes, and she did just that. And look, she was getting Tyler Perry money. Like she's elevating. She's elevating. That's what you have to do. Invest in yourself. She invested in herself. I love T Down. That she is my favorite. I love her so much. I watch all of her shit. Like she is definitely a definition of this is not forever, so don't stay here. Do something else. Simple. I feel like a lot of these girls that's staying on Zeus, when Zeus is not gonna last forever, so it's just like y'all gotta find something else to do. Like all y'all can't do music. I'm sorry, y'all can't. It's not gonna work out for everybody. It's gonna work out for certain people that's already been doing music. Like Stunner Girl, I been knew who Stunner Girl was. Diamond a Body, I didn't know who she was until I watched Now That TV. But I've heard that she has music and she's doing phenomenal. And she's signed with the same manager that she was signed with, Megan Thee Stallion. So she's doing her music. Those are women who actually do music. So I'm saying like some of them are going to make it, but not all of them. That's why I feel like some of them need to find different hobbies to make money. It's not going to work. Like Big Lex, I love Big Lex, but your music is not going anywhere, girl. I don't think so. I feel like you should go back to doing basketball and other shit like that because I feel like she has to be a great athlete because she's very like fit and you can tell she was an athlete. So I feel like you left from a baller to be a baddie, but this baddie shit is not gonna last forever. So I feel like your baller career would definitely keep you up going. It's just I feel like she should do both. The music thing is not gonna work.
And another example, even though this is not baddies, would be Candy Burris from The Real Housewives of Atlanta. How she left Housewives, she's still writing music, still touring with her group, still
Yup.
she was just in essence not too long ago doing a conference on
Yeah.
how she took little to nothing, and that's what you have to do because I'm not going to be sitting up here 50 years old by now on baddies. I have to figure out what's going to be my next game
Exactly.
plan.
Natalie is
What's going to be the
40,
next
41 years
thing?
old. Even though she's not fighting, I just feel like you were fighting your whole 30s up into your 40s, and you might still fight if one of those girls want to hit you. So it's just like, I just feel like at some point, this is going to have to stop. Like, at some point, where is this going to stop? Because pressure, like, she said she's 37. Okay, this is her first season, so I give her some type of grace. But I just want her to take this and make something of herself, please, because she's funny. I love Pressure. I think she's funny as fuck. Like I feel like she's more funnier than Summer, and it's crazy because when I first seen Summer on Baddies Midwest, she was my favorite only because she was herself from when we seen her and when it was all said and done. The thing I have a problem with is that she don't want to elevate. She don't want to elevate. She don't want to be a better person. She wants to stay this person, and that's why I feel like she's not gonna get nowhere in life. Yeah, you're. That's why you're staying on baddies. You got a lake house. You got all that, but who's gonna really want to work with you, other than doing movies for Tubi? Not knocking like that's not something to be excited about, but it's like it's not Hollywood based. You want to be on that type of caliber. You're
Yes.
not if you're gonna act like this. You have to act a certain way. You have to be professional. They don't- excuse me. They don't know how to be professional.
Another example would be Cardi B, how she started off on Love and Hip
Love and hip
Hop,
hop, and they and
and
they
now
and they shitted on her saying that she wasn't gonna be shit. Now look at you. You still fucking this one, fucking that one. You not even having DJ Self. You don't hear DJ Self on the radio no more. So yeah, but we hear Cardi B on the radio still to this day, and it's been 10 years, literally. In 2016, she was on Love and Hip Hop, and then she stopped it in 2017 and been popping ever since. So it's been 10 years, and she's still being talked about. DJ Self, what are you doing? We don't know. Why? Because you shitted on this girl. She was more of a fuck to you than anything. And she was mad that you wasn't taking care of her music career. So she went elsewhere. And now look at her. Y'all gotta stop shitting on these females thinking they just fucking meat and that's it. No, they're not. Females is actually taking over right now. They got more emotion than men right now. So like y'all need to like get it together. And I'm a man saying this. So it's like you have to be real with yourself. If you can't be real with yourself, how you gonna be real with anybody else?
exactly, and that's the true definition of taking lemons, little to nothing, and making it work. And Cardi did
Making
that.
it something.
Cardi has what she has her hair product brand right now. Her tour sold out across the country. Her album sold across the country. She gave us limited edition, the way she marketed and promoted, because if you're going to put a product out there to somebody, it's all about marketing and it's all about promotion and it's all
Hmm.
about grabbing us. I knew when she dropped, okay, the green logo, she dropped pictures of all of her different various looks, album covers, all of that. I knew she was coming out with something of the sort
Right.
involving hair. And so shout outs to her hairstylist Tokyo Styles as well too, who does an amazing job on her. Uh, Cardi B even, she showed us her real hair, the growth, the products that she's been using. So she said, "Hey, I'm gonna take an avocado, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do boom boom. I'm gonna mix it up, make my my solution for my hair to work." And then she said, "Let me bottle this, grow good."
Right.
So that sold out the first, what was it? The first day it launched is sold out. So Cardi took little to nothing and she made it work. And we are loving it. That's
Yeah.
how you build a brand and a business. That's a side hustle. And I think that some of the women on Baddies can learn that. It's more to life than just fighting, messing up your pretty.
Fighting.
I'm not
Exactly.
about to mess up my face. No, no, no. So if Giorgio Armani or Chanel says, Miss Stevie, we want you to sit front row at our show, I'm not about to be messing my face up and I'm sitting next to the Devil Wears Prada herself, Anna Wintour, and then on my right over here, no, on my left, Victoria Beckham could be sitting next to me, or Beyonce, or whoever. That I'm manifesting it, y'all. It could happen. It could happen. These things could happen. I interviewed
Hmm.
Vanessa Williams. That was a dream come true in itself. So I'm blessed to have had so many guests here on this platform. So who knows what the future holds? I say that to say this is more to life than just being on baddies, fighting.
Hey,
You're
ain't no bad.
beautiful.
There's more to
Each and every
life.
one of you are beautiful. What do you have to fight for? Messing up your face. Like I said on Jocelyn's Cabaret, homegirl got a concussion from what was a ballistic, Jocelyn's boyfriend, husband, whomever, and Jocelyn herself. This you're injured.
And other men as well, and other females.
It's not worth it.
It's
It's
not
not
worth
worth
it.
it. It's more to
Big
life
legs.
than
Yes.
just
Yeah, they jumped. Yeah, big legs. They jumped her. A whole bunch of men, females. Like that shit was insane. That would like for what? For what? And then you're attacking bystanders just because they near you. Like that don't make no sense. That's what I'm saying. I feel like they're giving people who have mental problems a platform, and they shouldn't be doing it. People who have either mental problems or trauma that they're not dealing with in a healthy way, you are giving them a platform, and you need to stop. I don't feel like Jocelyn was meant to be famous. No shade. I'm sorry. I don't feel like she, even if she was, she didn't go about it the right way because you was home wrecking when you first came on. You were introduced as a home wrecker that was an artist, but no one knew you until Love and Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like you didn't come about it the right way, and you had opportunities to do better for yourself. And I'm not saying that she didn't do anything better for herself, but treating these women like they're nothing because that's how your mother treated you shows us that you have no type of fucking growth at all. I don't give a fuck if you was 50 years old still acting like that. That's crazy. You're speaking to women who are also mothers, talking down to them like you're their mother. Like no, I'm sorry. Like if I was one of the cabaret girls and she was talking to me like that, I would have told her to back up, and if she would have touched me, she would have got hurt, and then I'm just like I'm done. I'm leaving because she's not worth it at all. And I don't understand. Like everybody see how this woman treats these girls, but still want to be on the show with her. I don't understand that. Because what makes you think that she's not going to do it to you? Now the fact that the cabaret girls are now on this part of baddies, Jocelyn says she's getting a whole new set of girls. And I bet you when she start filming, she's gonna tell them you can't be on baddies. If you on baddies, you can never be on my show. That's hating shit. You're not a girl a girl's girl. You know I hate that term, but a girl's girl. You're not that. You're not that. You're for yourself, only yourself, and that's that. You feel like you're helping these girls because you're putting them on TV. You didn't do that. We have casting coaches and shit like that that do that. Because Natalie doesn't have a say so who comes on her show. So I don't understand how Jocelyn feels like she does because she doesn't. So I don't know. It's just they're in their 40s now and they need to cut it the fuck out. Cut it out. Stop it. It's not cute. And don't nobody want to keep doing this. I feel like if I was them, I wouldn't want to like if I wanted to keep doing the show, I would, but it would be so different. And if I see people that's fighting and someone's getting badly hurt, you have to leave. You gotta go. Thank you for the time that you did have, but the fact that you can't act right, you gotta go. Simple. Y'all don't want to send these people home. Y'all want to export these people to be act the ass. No, I didn't like it when I did it my season. So what makes you think that I would go to a whole nother network and want to deal with that? No, I hated it when I did it, and we didn't have like a big set. These were actually real people, and that's what was scary about it. Like I'm I'm cool with some of the people that I have beef with now. I'm cool with them now. Like I'm cool with Lilo. I'm cool with Tynell. We're not friends, but we have no hate towards each other. We support each other, whatever the case may be. But the other two, Rocky and Poppy, I don't like them. I would never like them. And on the reason why I forgive those two and not these two, because these two actually used weapons on me and they jumped me behind something that was stupid. Poppy actually stabbed me in my head behind something that had nothing to do with him. And Rocky just wanted to be seen and threw glass at me. He lucky it didn't hit me, but you just wanted to be seen. Like there was no reason for what you did, and there was no reason for what he did either. Because the problems I had was with Tynell and Lilo. I wanted to fight them because they were the ones that was popping it. So what's up? But now it's crazy. It's just crazy how the people that had nothing to do with it, I can't stand them. But the people that had something to do with it, we talked about it. We're good now. It's crazy to me. So that's what I'm saying. When it comes back to the whole N-word thing, like Rocky, he's black, but his mother's white. Poppy is Spanish, but he says nigga all the time. So it's just like I'm getting jumped by niggas that barely speak English and someone that's whiter than me, and they're mad at my friend Justin for saying the N word, but he got black in him, so he can say it. But they're talking about skin complexion. Okay, so if we're talking about skin complexion, then Rocky, you can't say nigga either, because your mother's white. So if we want to talk about skin complexion, you're whiter than Justin, so you can't say the N word either. That's what I'm saying. Like I just it's people like Rocky and Poppy in the world that I would never ever want in my space. I would never want to talk to, and I just it's just disgusting that they even exist. Because the fact that y'all show this type of hatred towards somebody that you don't even know is crazy to me. It's really crazy to me. Fuck them. I don't like them niggas. Will never will ever in my life.
But I love that you put your differences to the side with the other guys as well. So that's, you know what that is? That's growth and maturity. And that shows because the show took place all the way back. I had the ass case when the show was. I even forgot myself. It's
In
been so long.
2022.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
2022 to now 2026. And people still are talking about Bad Boys Club season 7. You made that
Mhm.
show what it was.
We blew that up. I'm
That's
sorry. Like everything that's happening now, like people fighting. Me and Calvin was actually having this conversation like yesterday. Actually, me and Calvin talk every day. Um, about how he was the first person ever on TV to fight three people in one day. Now everybody in Bad Boys and Baddies is fighting multiple people in one day. We did that 4 years ago. Putting somebody in the sink. Calvin fought Hayes and put Hayes in the sink. Then yeah, the same year later on, Krishan did that to Persuasion. Like we set a lot of trends without even trying, and we realized that we really was that motherfucker. Like we really were, and there was a lot of people from Zeus who seen our show. Like Milan Christopher, he was one of the first season of Bad Boys. We did our season and their season at the same year. Ours came out. Ours was filmed like ours was airing the same time theirs were airing, so we all were being seen at the same time. We had millions of people watching us. I had people from Australia, Africa, the UK saying that they loved me. And so I'm like, this is insane. And it's crazy because like I don't feel like I even did anything. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like I was just being myself and millions of people loved it. So
you
it
was
was
doing
exciting. I
something
even did
all
collabs with Crush from Bobby I Love You Per. Like I went me and Calvin went to Philly to do like a baddie review with him. That was exciting for me. You know what I'm saying? Like people from other networks, even people from Not That TV have seen me. So it's like we set a lot of trends, and I'm like, wow. And we were the first big three. We were the first big three. Like, that's crazy. Like, we did a lot of things that Zeus are now doing has already been done. That's what I'm saying. This shit is repetitive. So people are like, oh, you should do Mean Boys. You should do Bad Boys again. I'm like, I did it though. It's just not on a streaming service. That's the only difference. But if it was, and if Karan would have put his shit on a streaming service and everybody's seen it, there's no reason why I would if they wanted me to be on Bad Boys, I'm not auditioning. You know who I am. What am I auditioning for? You know who I am. You know I can give it up. So what am I auditioning for? You have
and
to set
see,
yourself to a higher standards.
and that comes from
Simple.
just your notoriety, from people adoring you on the show. Everybody has their favorite on the show. It's Hayes, is Justin, it's Calvin. Everybody has their favorite. I'm like equally each and every one of y'all, but then there was
I feel
some
like
that
me and
was like,
Calvin
oh,
definitely carried that season. Me and Calvin carried that season on our backs. I carried that season the first half. He carried the rest. And I was just his follow up. And I was just mad at the fact that because I carried the season on my back, that my hand was messed up. Because honest to God, I feel like everything happens for a reason. But I just feel like if my hand wasn't messed up, and that time Lilo came in and wanted to fight, I probably would have fought Lilo at that door. If my hand was, I was trying to be smart. That was the thing. I was trying to be smart. I'm like, if I fight him now with a fucked up hand, I'm not going to be able to have anybody's back when something even worse happens. because like you can't control these people. You can only control what you do. So I was just trying to be smart about it, but I made sure Calvin did not get jumped. He did not get jumped. Because if he would have got jumped, then yeah, my hand would have been fucking broken at that point. Because then now I'm hurting you guys to the point where I want to send you out to the hospital now. Because I feel like that's what they were trying to do to me my first night. I'm getting hit with this, that, this, like for what though? Why? There was no reason for it. So that's what I'm saying. I don't want to be around people who act like that and think that that is okay. They thought what they were doing was okay, and they had no remorse. Like no apologies, no nothing. You're disgusting. I don't want to be around you. If I would have done that to somebody, I would apologize. I would come to them like, yo, what happens between us? That was messed up. I'm sorry for using a weapon on you. It wasn't that serious. But that's just me having a heart. These people don't have hearts. These people are animals. So it's just like I would never in my life, never in my life. That's why I like still like someone asked me, I was like, if Rocky or Poppy would apologize to you right now, would you accept it? I would say hell no. With Poppy, I can let it go, but with Rocky, I would never let it go because even after our season ended, that man wished death on my family, and I actually lost family members when he said that. And you know what's crazy? Karan wanted to do this show talk called "Let's Talk About It." I prayed. I pray a lot. It's I have to say this. I prayed that something happen. What happens to Rocky? I was like, I hope something devastating happens to you. And come to find out, last year his mother passed away. And it's not even because I prayed. It's because you said that to me. I lost my grandfather that same year. He said it. My brother got murdered right after that, and then I just lost my grandmother. So I lost three family members. So I'm like, okay, if we do this show and nothing happens to this man, I'm gonna do it myself because I just felt like us arguing that was just over the line. You already threw glass at me over the line. Now you're talking about this is why your family's gonna die. And then some of my family members actually died. I'm like, oh hell no. And when I found out that his mother passed away, I was like, then I don't need my revenge. That's my revenge right there. Life did it for me. I didn't have to do anything.
And
God
I'll say
take
this:
care of your enemies. That's why I
you
say be
you
careful what you put out there. And this is very sensitive, and this is like a really like I don't wish I really feel bad for him because I don't know like losing a mother is hard. So it's just like I feel bad for him, but at the same time, a part of me don't have no remorse only because you caused that to happen. Be careful what you say because what you say to people will come back to you. It will. It really will. I never would tell Rocky that that's why your family's going. I would never say that to him. I don't give a fuck what you did. I would never say that. But the fact that people have no problem disrespecting me to that degree, I have an issue with that because I don't do that. I'm not raised like that. I don't have hate in my heart. I'm not mentally, challenged or nothing like that. And Rocky also suffers from schizophrenia. He also gets that from his mother. He told me that, and he had pills, and he was taking them during the show. So we knew about it, but it was just more so like you can't give that an excuse because at the end of the day, you still know right from wrong, and you chose to do wrong. And he was like, because I'm never going to see him. That okay, I'm never going to get my revenge, but I got my revenge. Life did it for me. I'm like, okay, cool. If I don't see him, I hope something happens, and something did happen.
and I'll say this: you cannot go out here and wish any sort of ill on anybody's family or
Anybody,
anything and not expect it to come back to you. That is called the law of reciprocity. What you put out in the universe is going to come back to you.
come
And
back
I'm
to
a
you.
firm
Exactly.
believer of that. That's something that my me and my aunt, who's like my second mother, we talk about it all the time. You do
Yeah, me and
something
my
bad to
mom, we talk
somebody,
about that shit all
come
the
back to you
time, all the time.
times two. That is for sure.
Yeah, so that's why I was just like, he's lucky that I didn't do anything. Because I'm like, I don't want to know how I would feel in that moment because that was my parents. My grandfather was my dad. He taught me how to drive, how to cook, all that. That was my dad. You feel me? So I lost a dad. And then when my grandmother died, That was on a second mom. I lost my parents. So it was just like off because like because like I'm gonna be so honest. There was nothing wrong with them. Nothing wrong with them before that comment was said to me. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like my grandfather all of a sudden having complications now. Now he passed away. That's crazy. And then my brother gets murdered in his home behind what? Still don't know who did it. Still, and this happened in 2024. My grandmother, she has dementia. We already knew that, but she passed away last year. So
So
it was like a back to back to back to back shit that was happening to me. That was my curveballs. Death. That was my curveball. So it was just like a lot has happened since I've done the show. Well, ever since I did this show, my life has changed. Honestly, my life has changed. Some for the bad and some for the good. It weighs. That's just how life goes. But it's just I was in the middle a lot, but now I'm more on the positive side because dealing with death is not an easy thing, you know?
it's not.
So it was just a lot going on, you know? So it was just like, wow, like I can't believe somebody really said that to me and didn't even give a fuck, you know? So it's just like those type of people, they have to learn hard lessons. So I felt like I hope whatever happened to Rocky, like I feel bad that he lost his mom. Like I said, I wouldn't wish that on anybody, but I just hope he learns his lesson. Like you cannot say things like that and things like this won't happen. You have to be careful what you say. You do. You have to. Because I'm never gonna like he probably don't remember that he said that. But I remember everything someone has ever said or done to me. He probably don't remember that he said this to me. But I do. That's why it's like you have to be careful. Like bullying. Be careful who you bully because people will carry that in their heart. And they will do something to you because they had that in their heart. And the thing is, you don't even remember what you said. And that's the sad part about it. That's the sad part about life. People will fuck you over, and what's worse is that they forgot that they did it. That is insane to me. Hey, Kace. Oh, hey,
And there,
everybody.
Bubs to God. Shout outs to my colleague Bubs to God. Hey Bubs, you're in the bushes doing things. Yes.
Oh, I know
Shout
him.
outs. That is
Hey,
my
yeah, he used
yes.
to review my show and stuff. I did an interview with him before. Oh, I love him
Yes.
so much. He is so funny.
He that case. That's a clown. That's a fool right there. I've done
I
panels with
know.
him. Bubs personally. That is one of
He
my
made a
good
lot of
colleagues.
jokes on our show. He made a lot of jokes about me too, and I thought it was so hilarious.
That's a clown. That's a clown. It is so hard to when you're working with someone who is that funny. It's hard to keep a straight face when you're in the same room and presence as him. He does things
Yeah,
that will
he
blow you.
did what collab with Key and Carrie. I still speak to them too to this day. They still support me. Like everybody I did interviews with, like they still support me to this day and stuff like that, and I still support them. So it's like so much love has been prospered from this doing this show. That's why I kind of want to keep doing it, but at the same time I feel like I'm getting old enough to the point where I don't have to do it anymore. Like I did another show. I did Reunited in 2024, and I did fight, but only because Lilo wanted to fight. He wanted to fight because he wanted to get his lick back from the reunion. To me, I don't feel like it was successful because there was nothing. He didn't hit me, so it was just like it was what it was. But I just felt like I hope he got that off his chest, and it was smooth sailing for me for the rest of the season. So it was cool. It was just like a love triangle happening, I guess. But you know, people love a little romance, so it was what it was.
And he says he remembers you. So that is amazing because Bubs has hosted a
Mhm.
couple of shows as well too. So y'all make sure y'all go and subscribe to his channel and check
Yeah, I
him out.
subscribe to him. I subscribe to him. I subscribe to King Carey, and I'm subscribed to you as well. I subscribe to all of you. I stay on YouTube, so that's the new name right there. Like honestly, YouTube has changed a lot throughout these years. Because back in the day, you could post whatever. Now they have a lot of demonetizing and copywriting and shit. Like People want
Yes.
money, and it's sad because like we want to enjoy this stuff, but like, how are we going to enjoy it when people want to take things away? We like the juicy shit. Give us the juicy shit. Like, I don't understand.
Exactly. And we have to, even me, I have to be careful what I'm saying. As a creator, I love YouTube, information highway, yes. And I used to do a lot of my interviews on Instagram, but Bubs knows why I'm in IG jail. Y'all know why. If you checked out my interview with Rico King, I explained why. But I like YouTube because it's access for me to get to my subscribers. People come right in. I have a more of a sense of freedom. Whereas Instagram, you even have to be careful what you're saying on there, what you're doing on there, because they'll restrict you. They'll even demonetize you on there. I just now got my
Yeah,
monetization
they will.
back, and I don't really use the monetization on Instagram. But I,
That's
with
what I'm
what
saying. Like, you
happened,
can't say whatever you want anymore. This society is too sensitive now. You can't say
also
a
I
lot of
love
things you
pink.
want to say.
It's such a flattering color on you. Thank you,
It is a
thank you.
flattering color on you. Like, that shit looks really
I love
good.
pink. I love pink. I said for the summertime, why not? Why not pink? Why not pink? But yes, Miriam, in case you missed it, we were talking about the law of reciprocity. Lilo on the show, in case you missed it, said some things about Case's family, and it turned back around. And my colleague Bubs, he
It
talks
was
about
Rocky
that on
that said it, not Lilo. Rocky.
as well too. Bubs talks
Hmm.
about that, about the law of reciprocity. What you put out, you will get back in return. And I'm a firm
Hmm.
believer of that. You cannot go out
Yeah.
and wish
That's
ill on
why.
anybody.
That's why. Like, when
But
someone asks me that question, like, would I ever forgive Rocky? I would. No, I would never forgive him. I would never forgive him. I don't give a fuck if he, even if he does sees this, which I doubt he will. But if he did, and if he hears what I'm saying, I would never forgive you. I don't care if you want to apologize a million times. I would never forgive you because you had no remorse. You laughed. It was funny to you. You threw glass. It was funny. You posted. You try to post my friend nudes on the internet. That's a crime. I would never forgive you. Like, you're not forgiven ever. Like, you try to start a race war between Justin and the rest of the cast, and you're actually white. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you did a lot of unforgivable shit that I will never forget. Like, us three, me, Calvin, Justin, we hate that dude. We do not like him. And what's crazy is the people that he was fighting for don't like him either. Hayes don't like him. Lilo don't talk to him. Tynell don't talk. Nobody likes Rocky at all. That man is disgusting. He's disgusting, and I pray for him. I pray for him every day that he finds peace in his life. He don't have hate in his heart because that man is very hateful. I don't. I wish I never met him. I really do. That's one person I regret ever meeting and never regret putting my lips on. Because we did make out. It was what it was, but I do regret meeting him because he is a disgusting human being. I'm sorry. Never,
and we
ever.
covered a number of things in this conversation. In case you guys missed it, Bubs, we talked about the colorism. We talked about racism in the
Yeah, the
beginning.
colorism.
This is
Yes,
we're over an
yo.
hour now. I promised my aunt 450, but we could keep going because we do have our games with Case. But I hope you guys are all taking something away from this conversation as well too, which
Yeah, I hope
is
so too. Be
today's show
careful
is
what you
center
say.
about reinventing yourself, reinventing
Yeah,
yourself after coming from, because you guys know Case from Bad Boys Club season 7. You know Calvin. You know Justin. I've had all three of them on my show collectively, but outside of that, they're doing their thing. They're hustling. My colleague Bubs the God is not just doing YouTube, but he's also doing photography now. So
period.
again, you got to take lemons and make lemonade, and that's what he's doing. He made the move from Detroit to now Indiana. Me, I'm
Period.
making my last new chapter, and you guys are going on that
Yeah,
journey with me as I'm moving into my new home, which I don't know
right.
how in the Lord name I'm going to be able to document the moving process. My brother's going to help me move. He's coming down. So it's a journey for me. Each and every one of us collectively are going on our journey.
Yes,
So I say that to
yes.
say this. the baddies on Zeus Network, the Bad Boys Club is not the end all be all. Oh, I'm gonna be talking about that in a few in reference to Amir. Oh, Amir Odom, the black conservative. Ooh. Tomorrow morning, because Case told me to behave. Tomorrow morning at 7. But I'm gonna be a lady today. Watch me cross my legs like Sharon
Yeah, because I
Stone.
had to use an example of political terms, but yeah, we're gonna wait until tomorrow.
Yes, you got to get that tomorrow. I'll be a lady today. but
Because
like,
if you really think about it, it all ties in with everything. It ties in with everything.
and I'll say this about Amir: self-hatred. We have a lot of that within our community as well too.
It's so
A lot
sad.
of that within our community, the queer community. It's a lot of anti-blackness and it is a lot of self-hatred. And until we deal with that, because they both fall on the scale of what, as I said in the beginning with Case, if you guys are just joining, it falls on the scale of white supremacy, homophobia, transphobia, colorism,
Homophobia.
all of these things fall on the scale of white supremacy because it is a form of
Mhm.
bigotry. You are oppressing not only others that are in the same group as you, but you are oppressing your own self as well too. And it's just like at the end
Exactly.
of the day, what are you willing to sacrifice? I'm not willing to. We and me and Case just talked about that. Case just gave you a speech about not selling your soul, not sacrificing yourself, as he was talking about the women on baddies. Don't do it. At a
Hmm.
certain age, you got to learn. Hey, it's time for me to hang it up here. I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to do this. At a certain period of
Yeah.
time, you have to learn when to stop. And that's the same
Yeah.
for Amir.
Because
I don't think
the reason
Amir
why I say
is
this is because that is it. When I did the show, when I did season 7, that was a lot of mental shit and emotional distress. Like that, I can't describe it, but it felt like my chest was being suffocated because I was around a lot of people who had different views and that were ignorant as fuck. So it was just like, and I'm also, like I said, I'm also getting hit, stabbed, all that. So it's just like, I'm around a
right.
lot of madness that I'm not used to, and I'm not understanding why people are making a career of that, being around that negativity like that, and the fact that I wasn't protected as I should have been. That shit did something to me mentally. So it's like that shit is very stressful. So it's like that's why I say like, please don't sell your soul for this because I did it twice. The first one hated it. The second one wasn't bad. It's not all bad. I'm not gonna say that it's not all bad, but if it's anything like my first season, don't try to sell your soul for it. It's not worth it. It really isn't. It's good to have the experience, and I would never regret doing the show because, like I said, I met Justin, I met Calvin. Like these are my real life friends now. Like it's crazy because like we trauma bonded, and it made us stronger. I was just talking to Justin about this last weekend. We went to a pool party out here, and we were just talking like we really trauma bonded like behind all this shit. Like we couldn't control no narrative. We could only control what the fuck we had going on. But whatever was happening to us, we couldn't control that. And it was a lot happening. You know what I'm saying? Like I was touched. I was accused of touching somebody. Like it was a lot of things. So it was just like I don't I don't want to go through that and I don't want to wish anybody on this. So that's why like you people on Zeus doing this shit, do it, but don't stay. Take your money and get the fuck on. Simple. And do something with it. That's it. Please. Unless you like that. And if you like that, you can't be around me. That's just how I feel. You can't be around me if you think this is normal.
And
Because that's showing hate.
it's not just that Case, but it's also it's tarnishing someone's brand and someone's
Yeah.
reputation. If you put that type of stuff out there, you have to be careful.
What's his name? Dooley Durrell from Bad Boys
Relly,
the first season?
yes, Relly,
Durrelli.
Relly,
He
yeah.
made us he made a tweet like a year or two ago that he auditioned for a movie or a show on Netflix, and they declined him because he did Bad Boys. Now he's on Bad Boys again, so it's just like you see what I mean. He was acting an ass on that season, fighting people just because. And I ain't gonna hold you. He did his thing because he definitely did a cameo for Stars P Valley. I love P Valley. He was on the episode on there, and they even did the his thing where the money reside. They did a prayer version of that, and he was on that episode. So I'm just like, he did his thing. So I see why he was auditioning, but it's just like, also people are reflecting on what you did in the past. You got to be careful how you carry yourself and how you put yourself on these TV shows. Like for example, for Bad Girls Club, season 11, all those girls jumped these girls. And still to this day, they're getting hate behind something they did back in 2013. You feel me? Still to this day, people don't like Gigi. They don't like Jazz. They don't like Stephanie. They tolerate Tiana only because Tiana got a chance to redeem herself, just like Valentina did for season 10. She had a chance to redeem herself. Now a lot of people fuck with her now, but it's like the girls who didn't get a chance to redeem themselves still get bullied to this day because of something that they did when they were 20 years old. So it's like you have to be careful what you give these people because people are going to exploit you. Even if the story didn't happen the way it happened. Like I said, like even on our season, a lot of stuff that y'all saw didn't happen like that. It happened, but it didn't happen in the way it was being told. So it's just like you got to be careful what you put out there because you did those actions, regardless of editing this, editing that. It don't matter. You still said those things. So at the end of the day, you have to be responsible for what you do. You can only blame yourself for how you are being seen. They're only telling you a story, but you still did those actions and you still said those words, regardless of whatever. So I just feel bad for those women because they were young. I feel like when you're 20 to like 24, 25, you're a fucking kid still. They were kids doing shit that they thought they were going to get famous for, and it was unfortunate for them. And that shit still happens to this day. So I just feel like you gotta be careful how you put yourself out on TV. Simple.
Yes, because they go back and they review everything. These companies that you're trying to get hired for, whatever, they go back and they review everything, every
Everything.
single detail. They don't miss it. Mark, what is it? Dot every I, cross every T. So, all right,
Yeah.
fashion
Gotta be
dolls,
careful.
it is time for our games here with Case. Before we wrap, we went
Okay.
over an hour. My God. And this was a
Almost
good
two.
conversation. So I'm gonna have Case back on the show. I'm gonna bring him back. We're gonna set some again.
Yes,
We
please. I had
if
a last here.
yes, me and Calvin have to definitely set something up. We can never get on the same page because his schedule
And
is crazy.
I'm gonna see Calvin. He's coming
Mine's
up here
is
next
too.
week too. So if you're not busy, I'm gonna try to like FaceTime you or something like that, and we can all just try to talk it out and stuff.
Yes, just make
Yeah.
sure that I make sure that I have on some makeup that I'm glammed up and stuff when I'm
I'm
looking
gonna
at both
text
of
you. I'm
y'all.
gonna text you. I don't do that because shit. Don't FaceTime me if I ain't text you.
Right.
Shit, because you don't know what I'm doing.
So
But yeah, I'm
fashion
gonna
dog.
definitely talk to him about that when he comes here.
Yes, I'd love to. Would y'all like to see that? Let me know if y'all like to see a part two, because I definitely want to catch up with Calvin. It's been a minute. So that
Yeah, it's
we
been a
did that
minute.
back 2022. Who's been so long ago, y'all? Don't hold me
Yeah,
to it.
4 years,
But it's
girl.
been a
4 years.
yes.
Hmm.
So fashion dolls. It's time for our games here. Bubs said that would be dope. Bubs, how would I wish it was a way we could all four-way and do it, but YouTube won't allow you to do that. See, I shouldn't have been in Instagram. When I get out of Instagram jail, y'all, maybe. But Bubs me. So we gonna make that happen as well too. But it is time for our games before we wrap because this conversation was so good with Case, and we gonna set that up. Me, Calvin, and Case, and we can do
Yeah.
that sometime next week because I have availability now that I'm moving into the new house. So the
Hmm.
first game is called the Rapid Five. All right. So Case has to tell me the five things that he can't live without, and then the next one is where we turn the tables. I've been asking the questions. Now, Case is going to ask me some questions, and I have no clue what he's going to ask me. So, we're going to start off with the rapid five first. Case, what are your top five guilty pleasures you can't live without? Bubs, you're going to have to teach me about StreamYard because, and I just got my new laptop. I
Yeah, I don't
bought me
know
some
anything
parts.
about StreamYard. The five things I can't live without. Um, water, even though this shit's gone. um, weed. I smoke weed a lot. I should stop, but I love it. That's one of the things I can't like. Honestly, weed is so peace for me. I can have peace when I'm sober. When I'm so that's number one. Number two would be damn. Yeah, I really gotta think. Oh my god.
Your favorite shows you like to binge watch? I know you like baddies. It can be your favorite shows, your favorite sports
Um.
team, your favorite drink.
So my favorite. Okay. We got that out the way. So nothing more. Four more things. My favorite drink would have to be green tea. I love green tea. I drink that shit every day. Green tea just makes me feel good. It does good for your gut and stuff like that too. So I love that. Number three, my favorite show that I've been binge watching. Um, right now I've been rewatching over and over Beauty and Black. That's like my favorite show. I just love that type of like that hustle, like you got sex trafficked, and now you have you. That's what I'm saying. Be kind to people because Kimmy was kind to this old man, and he made her rich.
Yes.
Now she's a boss, something that she looked up to. Now she's running that shit. That's what I like, and that's why I kind of see myself. My personality. Like I feel like a lot of people fuck with my personality. So I just feel like hopefully one day I just see some old man who owns like a big ass company empire somewhere, and then he wants to make me his husband or whatever. Like, let me get that money on.
Yes.
So Beauty and Black. That's three. So two more. Um, hmm.
My
Favorite drink.
colleague Bubs
I don't
Wall
drink
says
alcohol
water
like that
and
no more.
ganja. Amazingness.
Yes. Yeah,
He
I'm done with
loves
my
his
word. I gotta pour some more. I love it. I love it. Okay. Helps you create. You all right? Um, five more. Two more. Uh, I do like to draw. Like I used to draw things a lot, and I do like the coloring. Actually makes me feel so good. Like I think I have like I I finished my old coloring book. That's just going to buy more. But coloring,
me
I
too.
love to
I have
color.
the adult
I
coloring books
love
that's
to
got the
color.
butterflies and the birds and stuff. It's so
Actually,
therapeutic.
hold on. Actually, I can show you. I'm not the best artist, but this was something. I did this. I thought this was cute.
Ah,
I just saw a picture. I'm like, this would look so nice. So I just painted this on a beach. I went to the beach last year in May at nighttime, and me and my friends just got some paint and a canvas, and we just painted all types of shit. Like my friend painted a
it's
minion. I just painted.
sick.
I don't know what to call this, but it was just flowers and little stars and little shit. Like I just wanted to be creative. So stuff like
You
this
and
makes me
Bubs
feel
need
good.
to collab. Y'all two need to collab because the amount of creativity that y'all both had, and this is a hidden talent. I didn't know you could paint and do all of this. Case, that's
I used to love to
beautiful.
draw when I was younger. My ex-boyfriend, he's a amazing artist. He draws comics, all types of shit. And I told him he needs to do something with that. Like I really want him to do something with it. Like he taught me how to do some of this stuff. So that's what I'm saying. Like when I was doing that with him, I found peace. Because me and him used to draw together and we used to do puzzles together. So those are one of the things I can't live without. And the last thing, My mom's. I love her. That's my twin. That is my twin. Okay. If you see her, you like people would think that me and her, like a lot of people thought me and her were like brother and sister. That's my mama. She just had me at 18. That's it. So yeah, it's my family. But yeah, yeah, I was proud when I did this. I was so proud.
I
You gotta
didn't know
love the
you.
small things.
That's a hidden talent. I would have never known. It's outside of the show. See, again, you got to have the key word that Case keeps saying, and I'm gonna keep saying it: hustle. That's the mentality. Hustle. Make sure that you're doing other
Yeah,
things. I'm gonna be blowing down in my live later. I will be there, Bubs, because again, the y'all two need to collab because the amount of creativity that y'all both have, that will be a collaboration to see. So I would
yeah.
love to see y'all.
I'm down for that. I'm really down for that. I want to elevate. You have to. But what are the five things that you can't live without, Miss Mamas?
Ooh, okay. um, the first one is more importantly God. God, my husband, my creator, my
Don't make
boyfriend,
me feel
my
shitty about my answers.
everything. Uh, God is first and foremost in my life. Number two, family. I stay grounded. My mom, just like your mom means a lot to you, mine means a lot to me. The differences is our zodiac signs. She's October 7th. She's a Libra. I'm a Scorpio, October 31st. And
My mom's an
we look
Aries. I'm a Capricorn.
the same way you look like your mom, me and my mom look alike. And people walk up to me in the store and they're like, okay, Jeannie, because her name is Jeannie. My mom's name is Jeannie, but it's
Mhm.
spelled differently, like I dream of Jeannie. They be like, you look just like her. I was like, can I have my own face and my own personality? And my mom's baby sister, whose house I'm in now, my aunt, who's like my second mom, she looks just like my mom as well too. So they each
Mhm.
sister they look alike, but I get it more for
Right.
my mom than anything. So my mom means everything to me. So they literally one of my mom's girlfriends calls me you her little twin flame. You are twin flame. We look just alike, sound just alike. If you pick up the phone, you'd be like, wait a minute, Jeannie, Stevie, who am I speaking to? So
Right.
so we get it. That's number two. Number three, just like Case and Bub said, water. I gotta have water. I gotta stay hydrated. Look at what the hydration has done to the melanin. You guys are seeing it. It's all over. So I gotta stay hydrated during the summer months.
Yeah.
Um, Number four, I'm an avid reader. I'm an avid reader. I keep my nose in a book. I know, yes, fashion forward, fabulous, all of that. Yes, yes, yes. But I'm a book geek. I love books. I love to read. I mean, ever
That's
since I was
great.
going to
That's good.
school, uh, what is it? Maya Angelou. What's the was it first grade Junie B. Jones? Do y'all remember the Junie B. Jones book? So I like to go all the way back. So I'm an avid reader. That's number four. Number five, communication, being able, social media. I can't live without it to be able to reach out and communicate with you guys. So I don't know what I would
Right.
do without that. I don't know what life would be like if it wasn't for technology or us being able to connect and link. Because I met Case when I did my first
I
interview.
mean, we've been connecting before the internet. I kind of wish we
Yes,
could go back to that because I do feel like the
right
internet has ruined
first.
society in some ways, but there are pros, a lot of pros to the internet. I'm not gonna lie, there is. But I feel like a lot of nowadays, I feel like people are using it for cons now, and it's like it's sad because nobody wants to like mingle anymore. It's just if it's not texting, is people don't know how to
DM or
communicate.
Snapchat or now we have the what is it, the instant snaps on Instagram. It's a new feature they have. Y'all have seen it's like a Polaroid picture when you first swipe over to your DMs
I
and they
don't
say,
do
"Do you
that
want
either. I
to
don't even.
photo?"
I think it's dumb.
It's changed a
I don't like
lot.
it.
It's changed a lot.
Yeah,
Times are
it
different.
has.
Things are different now compared to how they were before. And back in the olden days, we would have to, y'all remember the rotary phones where you would have to spin it,
Hmm.
dial this number, dial that number. The 90s, it was all about a beeper or a two-way pager and the phone. the phones we don't have like the phones we currently have right now, which were touchscreen. They were the phones that you would have to flip open the bottom and pull up the antenna. So we've come a long way. So when Case
Yes, we
says
have.
that we come a long
Yes,
way,
we have.
millennials.
Yes, we have a long fucking way.
So we be writing letters, putting a stamp on the envelope, licking it, all of that, all of
I
that.
miss writing. I used to write just because, like, because I love my handwriting. I don't have printing. Sorry, I like to print my hand. I am learning cursive. I still write cursive. I feel like that should be something that everyone should be able to know how to do. It is hard because sometimes people do it so fast so it doesn't look like anything. People don't take their time, and there is a flow to it. So I do like to write in cursive. I do like to write in print. I just like to write, and I like to draw. So like this is like writing to me. It's like writing a story, even though I
It's
don't know what
therapy.
the story is yet. So yeah,
This
it's like I
case.
like that. That's a great hobby of mine.
It's like when you're writing, when you're creating, when you're in your element, and it's the same for Bubs. Bubs likes when he does his lives, he'll play music to get along to tell each story, to talk about each
It's
topic.
a
He'll play
vibe.
music. When you are in your zone, when you are creating, it is the best feeling. And I have a diary. I write in my diary every day.
Hmm.
Writing down my feelings, my emotions. And sometimes I will go back and read my entries. I have a lot of diaries. So I write a lot. And then as far as coloring, the adult coloring books, I remember when the fire happened. I said, how can I pick myself back up? I said, I need to go back to the house and get it, go in my drawer. I had a drawer full of coloring books and I pulled them out with hummingbirds and butterflies. And I just color them all sorts of colors. And it is therapeutic for me. So art create get you out of a depression. I'm telling you, it's the best feeling.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
true.
what I would conclude with fashion dolls. That but before we wrap, Case, are there any gems you would give to anybody on taking something day is hustle, taking little and making it work? You went from Bad Boys Club season 7 to now you're hosting, you're promoting, you're marketing, you're doing events. Calvin wrestling, stay in a bag. He's in ballroom. Justin, uh, fitness,
Fitness, and he's now a
influencer.
barber now. He's a barber
Yes,
now. He's cutting
a
hair.
hustle.
Hmm.
That's what it's called. Taking little and making it work. My colleague Bubs got another example who I keep bragging about. I know he's in the background. Just jumped into photography. So you got to find that hustle. What gems would you give to somebody on finding their side hustle?
Whatever you feel passionate about, because I'm really big on passion. What you find passionate about that makes noise that people will see, continue to do that. Because they're like I said, the ones who get it, and the ones who don't. Keep the ones who get it and keep rocking with them and keep riding it until y'all hit success. Like I said, success don't have no end to it, to be honest. So like I said, keep going until you can't go no more. Keep going and enjoy it. That's another thing I want people to understand. Please enjoy what you're doing. Don't do it just because you don't want to struggle anymore. Do it because you enjoy it, not because you have to do it. Please, because I feel like a lot of people confuse the two. Please don't confuse it. Enjoy your life as you're trying to succeed in life. Enjoy it. Because, like I said, life is too short. People come and go like this. Enjoy it because you never know when. So just enjoy your life, please. Because like my little brother I have a niece now. My grandfather was not able to meet her, so it's just like you gotta keep going. My grandmother was able to meet her, But like I said, my grandmother was dealing with dementia and she was dying a little bit. So I think she has a little bit of memory, but we also have pictures with the baby and her. So it's like we know that she got to meet her granddaughter. So enjoy your life, please. Please enjoy it.
Oh, we'll get into the glam. Okay, eyes. All right. I had to put it on the charger. I didn't want it to cut off on y'all. So today's final
No, it's
thought
fine.
comes from Pablo Picasso. And Pablo Picasso says, inspiration exists, but it has to find you working. So pull into your, that's cute. Y'all like the zoom in. Yes, y'all see me a little bit better. Look at those eyes. My eyes are brown. But I want you all to tap into that creativity. What I've learned from having my conversation today with Case is make sure into a side hustle because I misjudged him. I thought that all he wanted to do was fight. That was my misconception, my honest misconception about him. But sitting down with him, having a conversation, you look past what you see on television. And that's what it's all about,
Yeah.
sitting down and having a conversation with someone. And my brother K Tooks, shout outs to my brother K Tooks. He says that you are a smart man with wonderful wisdom. I'm gonna bring
Oh,
Case
thank
back.
you,
I'm
sir.
gonna make him a regular guest here at the Dollhouse. Just like with my colleague, now's the time. Y'all love seeing him. Y'all gonna be seeing a lot because I'm gonna bring him back on the show as well too. This interview is a breath
Yes, I am
of
coming
fresh
back.
air.
I am
Yes,
definitely
and
coming.
I
I
judged
have a
him.
great time.
I thought that all he wanted to do was fight, and in fact, I was
A lot
scared.
of
I
people
was
did.
intimidated. I was nervous. I was like, Lord Jesus, please let this be a great interview. I was like, I don't want him to hate me. Is my hair okay? Is my makeup okay? Is my lighting right? Is everything all of the things? I was just paranoid. But this interview, like my brother K2 said, it was a breath of fresh air. And I would love to have him back on the show again.
I
And
would love to come back.
now knowing his story, fight and
Fight and
flirt.
flirt.
Yes, a lot of that. A lot of that.
It was a lot of that.
A lot of
I
that.
have to. I
So
have to keep an. Yes, it's true. But I'm not a fighter in the real life. Like just because I know how to fight doesn't mean I like to fight. I don't. Because before I even fought on that show, the last time I got into a fight was with my first boyfriend. He hit me, so I had to defend myself. So yeah, I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. I love love, and that's what I want for myself. I'm still trying to but I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter. I'm just really aggressive. That's just I feel like that's what people kind of confuse it because I'm such an aggressive person, but I'm not. I'm not a bad person. I don't give people a reason not to like me. So it's just if you don't like me, it's just
no,
because you
the
don't like
complete
me. It's all
opposite.
right. I'm not everybody's cup of tea.
Complete opposite of that. I misjudged you. And I was like, okay, he likes to fight a lot. He fights a lot. But sitting down having a conversation with you, my colleague Bubs the God, and I'm picking on Bubs, he's here. He says this all the time. For us in the LGBTQI plus community, is what I told Case earlier. It's about survival. And it's just like we always
Yeah,
have to have our guards up. We always have to be on have our heads on swivel, if that makes sense, because
yeah,
our
that's true.
rights are under attack, and it's from both sides. It's from some in our community, and if not in our community, then it's somewhat from the uh, place as well too. And it's just like, my God, today, what's next? But I misjudged, and I'm sorry to Case because
It's all
now
good.
I know his
All is
story.
forgiven.
And like my colleague said, yes, he is a fight and a flirt. Every time he look around, he's kissing somebody, and it was hot. I was hot, yes, but but the
Lord, yo,
fighting,
young case.
my God. But again, it goes back to what Bubs just said: never judge a book by its cover. Sit down and open that book and read and understand and have a conversation.
Yeah,
We're living now in a day and age where everything is instant. It's instant gratification. It's Snapchat. Is what else? This new feature that Instagram has, where I said it's like the Polaroid pictures, and it's some mess they came up with. I don't know, y'all. Brother,
yeah.
do this K Tukes. where you first go to your DMs and it's like a little instant snapshot where you can instantly. I'm
Oh,
like, I'm not
it's called
using this
instant
feature.
instant something. I don't know. I don't do it. Like I
Yeah,
be trying to get rid of it. I be like I don't need all that
it
in
won't go
my
away.
area. Like
It
it's
won't
so
go
dumb.
away. But I
It
love
will
the
not go
boomerang.
away.
I love. Give me a
Yeah,
boomerang
boomerangs are my favorite. I
emoji.
got a lot of boomerangs. A lot. I love boomerangs. Like
Those are the
that's my
best
shit.
ones. The best ones. The
Yes.
boomerangs in your stories as well, also too.
Right.
So I hope y'all enjoyed this conversation, y'all. This was amazing. We went
It was.
over 2 hours because I watched some of Case's other views. Shout outs to Wesley, AC Connection TV. And I watched that interview and I kind of got a better understanding. I'm just like, now I know it's about survival for him. And for
Hmm.
us in the queer community, we've always had to walk on pins and needles. Now, I'm passing the
Yeah.
microphone on over to my colleague Bubs the God. He's going to go live after me. I'm going to edit this up, chop it up, or either give y'all a photo and y'all can go and check it out. My phone is out of storage space, but we're going to make it work, y'all. We're going to make it work. This
Right.
was a great interview, and I'm going to bring Case back on the show regularly since y'all love him. Y'all love our vibe. Um, and Calvin too. We got to catch up. So we're gonna chop it up in the
Yes,
DM and
I'm
see what we
definitely
can
gonna
set.
talk to Calvin about that. You know, like I said, he is coming out here next week, so we're definitely gonna definitely get this together for sure. Because I
Absolutely,
really liked it. This was fun.
absolutely. So fashion dolls. There y'all have it. In case let everyone know where y'all can follow, where they can follow you.
Hey, so you guys can follow me at KiloXK on Instagram. If you have Snapchat, you can always follow me on Snapchat at Crave Migo X. And I don't have Twitter, so you don't have to worry about that. But definitely follow me on Instagram. That's how you'll easily find me. I have a good following. I only have like 12K, so you'll easily find me. Um, yeah, that's really it. Right now, I'm just living regular life, going to work, hustling, saving money, trying to move and stuff like that. So I've been trying to just go back to regular life. It like a lot of people have been asking me like, "Oh, have you been doing this? Have you been doing that?" I mean, I've been promoting parties and stuff, but like I feel like everything else has been normal, just normal life. Like we're not famous celebrities. Like we did a show, we did an experience. So and there's gonna be a lot more of those. So yeah, that's it.
I see more in the future for you. Honestly, I do. With you promoting, you said promoting parties, hosting parties. I sense this in the future that you and my colleague Bubs will collaborate together on something. I'm feeling it in the atmosphere. I don't know why my stomach is tingling, but it's like when a certain creativity just comes over you, you know that something is going to happen. Like he has some,
Gonna
Bubs
make
has
something
some ideas.
beautiful out of it. Yeah.
It's gonna be creative. We are gonna do a show together. If you guys are wondering, my brother K Toops as well too. And like I said, I'm gonna have Case, Calvin, and Justin. It's been a minute since I've caught up with Justin and Calvin. But when he saw me drop the flyer that Case was coming on the show, and I reached out to Case, and he said yes. I said okay, all right, because I wanted to know more about
I
his
jumped
story.
on and I said yes. I would love to do it.
Yes, and it turned
Yes,
out
this is
perfect.
a great
Oh, get
opportunity.
into this lighting, y'all. Yes. Okay, here.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Ashley, Ashley Salon down here. If you're in the Carolinas, she outstanding job
My family is yeah, my
every
family is
single look.
there in North Carolina right now. Hmm.
Really,
I was born in North Carolina. I was just raised in Jersey.
I
So
have a cousin up there. My cousin Sherry, who is also co-owner of Style by Stevie. She is in North Carolina. And one of my girlfriends, shout outs to Steph, she's in North Carolina. I have a brother there. So I have family all the way up there in North Carolina. So another connection.
yeah.
See, Bubs, we're finding that commonality. And he says this
Yes.
all the time in his lives, that we have to find the commonality of the things that we have in common. And that's what we're doing. So
That's true. We do.
y'all enjoyed this one for the books. This was over 2 hours. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring Case back. We gonna work it out next week because, like I said, I'm in the process. Just
Yes, we're
like
definitely going
Case
to work
is
it out for
moving
sure.
and I'm moving uh, into the new home. I might even. I've been giving y'all a little bit of things in my stories. So the house is not fully set up. I know I have to go get my bed and a lot of other
I
things
cannot
from
wait
the
to
old
see it when you get
house.
everything set up. I cannot wait to see it. I know
Yes.
it's going to be beautiful. Hmm.
Y'all see my Maryland picture now. That other room, me and my mom are gonna turn one part of the house into like a hair salon. So I might even take y'all on behind the scenes on how I get ready. My aunt said, "Let me do it." Me and my aunt was just talking a few minutes ago. She said, "Let everybody see you get ready." I'm like Beyonce. I don't want y'all to see the process. I want y'all to be surprised when the results come
Right, that's
back.
supposed to be
So
secret. You can see the
yes,
tutorial, but you're not about to see all that.
yes. But I'll show y'all the products that I'll use and things like that. But once we get everything set up, like I'm gonna go and start looking for a stylish chair and also some maybe a place where I can stand my hair dry because I have one of those hooded hair dryers as well. So yeah, and I've even got my mannequin head. So we back. This is my new chapter and journey. And again, today's show is centered around reinvention, and as my colleague Bubs the God would say, not judging a book by a cover. So watch Case's story from beginning to end. And this is our first time meeting. We've been chopping it up, and I've chatted with him in the chat when I was doing my interview with
We've met
Calvin,
throughout the years.
but we never
Yeah,
met face to face. And
yeah,
this was
yeah.
the day you guys seen it.
This was amazing. I had a great time.
And I had a
Like you are so
fabulous time
beautiful.
too.
You are so smart. You are doing a lot for yourself, and I love it. And continue to keep prospering, please. Show us what way.
And I
Simple.
receive it. I receive all of it. And to each and every one of you and to Case, continue on to keep going after your endeavors. I want to see a Bubs to God and a Case collaboration in the future. So I'm manifesting it. I'm manifesting it. I'm putting it in the universe. And I know Bubs has
Yes.
got some things up his sleeve. We literally, Case, we call him, before we wrap real quick, we call him the leprechaun because Bubs is 5'2". I'm 5'7". So he would come to my shoulder, literally, or he would be right here to my boobs.
That is so funny you say leprechaun because I
Yes.
I am part Irish too.
Oh my God. Yes.
Lord have
So
mercy.
this would be a great collaboration. So I hope you guys stay
Yeah.
tuned. Catch this interview from beginning to end. The replay will be up. Make sure that you are going and checking out everything that Case is doing. And hopefully we can set up something. He's going to talk to Calvin and we're going to see if we
Yes,
can
of
get
course.
this set up because we got to catch up
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna
again.
talk to Calvin. Yeah, for
Yes.
sure, for sure. Mhm.
There we go, fashion dolls. Make sure y'all are following
All right.
Case. And I will see y'all tomorrow, Andre Hollins, and tune in tomorrow, 7 a.m. as well for morning walks with Miss Stevie. Here's the catch though, Case, y'all. I won't be looking like this. Y'all will see me without makeup. Every walk, I do it without makeup, without hair. Real, this is me waking up in the morning time. First thing, 7 a.m. This is what I look like in the morning. I don't look like a diva by that time. But catch me again at 4 o'clock with Andre Hollins. I have a different look. But y'all will be shocked what I look like without makeup. It's still like this. But tune in
Still
tomorrow
the
at 7.
same.
Yes. So without further
Balled up.
ado, and I receive it. Fashion Dolls and Case, I had an amazing
Yeah,
time, and we got to do this again. We're going to chop it up in the DMs and set this up.
yeah, we're
Bubs is
definitely gonna
going to
chop
be
it up for
live.
sure.
So I'm passing the torch on to my colleague, Bubs the God, and he's going to be going live. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to him. And congratulations again. This year, 2026, he hit 1,000 subscribers and counting.
Yes.
So pretty soon, he'll be at 2,000. So make sure y'all are going and supporting Bubs, his photography company, all of that and more. I love y'all. Shout outs to my brother K Tooks and shout outs to each and every one of y'all. Till next time, take care.